For many of us, sustainability is an issue. And by that I mean sustainability of our most precious resource, which is us, our own energy. For many of us, we've been conditioned to believe that the harder we work, the more success we'll achieve. We have come from backgrounds where it's been all about the hours you put in, the quantity of what you do, and this equates to success, loyalty, hard work, all of the rest of it. And that is why burnout is such a problem. That is why we are no longer sustainable and we find ourselves always running on empty. I often talk about the concept of slowing down to speed up, and this is how we protect our most valuable resource, which of course is our energy. And it always sounds counterintuitive. We are in a world where we're taught multitasking is the way, and we have to do more things in less time. So slowing down to speed up does sound a little counterintuitive, but bear with me. If we slow down, take our lunch breaks, take our vacations, rest on the weekends, get an early night, take time out to exercise, to eat well, to plan, prepare, spend time with people we love, engage in hobbies and creative pursuits. When we spend time doing that stuff, what we find is we become more effective. And that's this concept of slowing down to speed up, because then when we return to our to-do list, all of the things we have to do don't take as long. When we are rested, refreshed, when we are at our most resilient, at our most functional, and performing at our peak, what we find is that we make less mistakes, so we don't have to go back and redo stuff. We can make decisions and solve problems quicker and easier because our minds are clear and sharp. We tend to do it right the first time. We can navigate conflict and bounce back from challenges more effectively. And so all the things that we are doing don't take as long when we have taken time out beforehand. So it's a little bit like the 4-day work week. Initially, when we talked about the 4-day work week, everybody assumed, well, if you work 1 day less a week, surely that's 1 day less productivity. From a quantity perspective, that makes sense, right? It's logical. But that's not what the research found. Productivity was not impacted. In fact, it went up. So this is this concept of slowing down to speed up. When we have slowed down and taken time out for us and invested in our most precious resource and have more energy, more focus, and can perform at our peak, what we find is that we speed up. We're more effective. Things don't take as long. And that's this concept of slowing down to speed up. So it might feel counterintuitive when you've got an overflowing to-do list to get up and leave your desk, to go for a walk around the block, or to take a day off. But if you're close to burnout, it's the most beneficial thing you can do, because anything you do from that point without that rest isn't going to be effective, isn't going to be a quality product. And that's the difference we're talking about here. Quality over quantity. It's not the amount of hours we put in, it's what we do in those hours and how effective we are. So I might work a 6-hour day and be more effective than my colleague working an 8-hour day because of this concept of slowing down to speed up. And in an age where we do talk about burnout so often and so many of us are running on empty, I think this is the key. This is the key to protecting ourselves and obviously our families and all the things that we do outside of work, but it's also the key to peak performance and being able to perform at our best. Gilbert Anoka, the All Blacks skills coach, talks about performance waves. If you're a surfer, you know that waves come in sets, and there's the peak of the wave that you surf, and then there's the trough between the peaks, and that's our rest. So Gilbert Anoka talks about this obviously in the context of the All Blacks, and on game day they should be performing at their peak on that wave, but that has to be followed by a trough. It has to be followed by a rest, a recovery day, and we're no different. We cannot perform at this peak wave the whole time. We have to slow down and have rest in the trough so that we can then hit those peak waves.